Let's start. Yes, good evening everyone. Welcome to Lukmaan IAS. This is daily Takkar Rapid Series session, DTRS session. So daily we are discussing 10 MCQs based on the current affairs of the day. And this is brief session for 15 to 20 minutes only. And daily we are also discussing one quotation that is helping us to prepare for essay and ethics paper. So I would like to first tell you about the lead topic, Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons. So it was in news and we will solve first MCQ based on this topic and other 9 MCQs based on 9 different topics. But the importance of the quotation that we are discussing since last 1 year, so many quotes we have discussed. And just before your mains examination, we had discussed since 2013, whatever the quotes, the quote based questions that have been asked in your ethics paper, GS4 paper. And you can see that the 2013 question, nearly all men can withstand adversity, but if you want to test man's character, give him power. So this was briefly discussed and I gave you idea about what are all dimensions that should be covered in this particular quotation. And this year in UPSC mains examination essay paper section 2, this was straight away the topic, essay topic. So you could have utilized such kind of brainstorming and that would help you to prepare for your essay paper also. So yes, likewise today's quotation is by Mahatma Gandhi. What he is saying, it's easy to stand in the crowd, but it takes courage to stand alone. What he is saying in first part, it is easy to stand in the crowd. Why he is saying like that? Because crowd does not have face. So crowd does not have both responsibility or accountability. So anything that is to be done, or let's say कोई एक नीडी पर्सन है उसको मदद करनी है, कोई एक गलत चीज हो रहा है उसको मदद करना है वहां पर, ठीक है, यू हैव टू लेट्स से कम फॉरवर्ड एंड लेट्स से or act in the right manner to avoid any kind of injustice happening, or let's say violation of rights, dignity of the other people. So crowd is, we can say, generally spectator. Whatever the crowd is, it is not having any face or accountability. So it is easy to stand in the crowd. Why? Because crowd is largely passive. Onlookers जो होता है ना, सब देखते बैठता है, जो बोलते हैं, जैसे नाना पाटेकर का क्रांतिवीर का फेमस डायलॉग है, सब तमाशा देखते हैं, तमाशा देखने आए हैं. तो बेसिकली क्राउड, इट इज इजी. व्हाई? बिकॉज नो वन वांट्स टू टेक एक्शन देयर, नो वन इज हेल्ड अकाउंटेबल, ठीक है, बट इट टेक्स करेज टू स्टैंड अलोन. Why he is like saying like this, alone? Because here, let's say, what is ethical, what is moral, it takes courage to adhere to that, because the other people in the crowd may not be agreeing with you, or we can say that maybe aligning with the unethical things, immoral things. So that's why it takes courage to be alone. Why? Because when you are alone, there will be challenges. There can be opposition by other people. Like for example, simple, आप इसी को एग्जाम्पल लीजिए. इजी टू स्टैंड इन द क्राउड, सिंपली सिविल सर्वेंट्स वर्किंग इन द, we can say that, government administration. So if all the people are taking bribe in the office, it is easy to be part of that work culture, but it takes courage to stand alone. So to take action against it, to stand let's say firmly against such kind of bribe culture, so that takes courage, because it will, other people will oppose it, there will be challenges, and still when you are, let's say, taking stand, it takes courage. That shows the character of the person. Courage is one of the cardinal virtues, one of the 4 cardinal virtues given by अरिस्टोटल इन वर्च्यू एथिक्स. ठीक है, तो आप वो भी बता दीजिए यहाँ पर, वर्च्यू एथिक्स. So this is the philosophical reference that you can provide. All right, let's talk about now today's 10 MCQs. Okay, before that, two important announcements. Mains Intensive Guidance Program, MIGP, daily we are announcing it because we want all of you to get, let's say, some kind of help, some kind of support from this program, especially those who have, let's say, who have been struggling for, let's say, mains preparation, improvement in the mains preparation, let's say preparation, पिछले बार आपने mains लिखा है but improve नहीं हो रहा है, and those students who are giving 2025 attempt, it is very good opportunity for all of you to improve your mains preparation. Why I am saying this? Because in 2025 you can see the time gap between prelims and mains is very less, and you cannot have the full-fledged preparation of your GS 1, 2, 3, 4 and essay in that time period. You need to only focus on revision and answer writing in that time period. So how we can enrich our preparation through this particular program? 6 hours a day, 5 days a week, intensive teaching will be done by the faculties. The faculties will provide you how to make short notes on important topics, especially those which are in news, current and contemporary developments relevant to different subjects. There will be total 54 classes, including your essay preparation. And the answer writing will be done through different tests, 8 sectional tests and 4 mock tests of PYQs will be there. Along with that, there will be daily answer writing practice and assignments by the faculties, especially related to PYQs. So daily 1 to 5 let's say PYQs related to that part of the, let's say, syllabus that is being taught in that session will be provided by the faculties. So you can get them evaluated by the faculties. This is how the comprehensive and intensive preparation in next coming 3 months for your mains 2025 will be done. Those who are already the students of Lukmaan IAS, you can avail the let's say benefits of discount from the fees. So you can ask for that Lukmaan IAS inquiry office. All right. Yes, one more small announcement related to geography optional year-long test series program that has been recently started on 21st of September. So there will be total 31 tests. So I myself is the faculty for geography optional YLTS and all the programs related to your geography optional subject. Now, total 31 tests, and these tests are designed in a, let's say, फेज मैनर. ठीक है, 3 फेज हमने डिजाइन किए हुए हैं. इसमें फाउंडेशन टेस्ट 17 है जिसमें चैप्टर वाइज टेस्ट हो जाएंगे आपके, and there will be basic, let's say, questions where you will be motivated to write the answers to standard questions, basic questions, especially linked to your PYQs. Second, transitional test. At the end of these foundation tests, 4 transitional tests, full length tests like UPSC paper will be there. And after that, they will stop the preparation till the prelims. And after prelims, there will be enrichment test, total 10 tests, 8 sectional and 2 mock tests. This is how we are progressing. 4 additional things. Detailed discussion by myself in the classroom for each test. Second, individual mentoring on demand basis. Third, there will be timely evaluation of all the copies by myself. And fourth, model answers. So you can avail these benefits, and in total you may be writing around 500 quality questions, answers to those questions. 500 questions, you can imagine, and that's why it is beneficial to join this test series. Okay, these are the 10 topics that we will discuss through MCQs today. Let's go and solve these MCQs. Yes, online students, participate, give your answers. Yes, this particular treaty, there was a very good article in the Hindu newspaper editorial page regarding the nuclear disarmament, and we can say that this treaty was mentioned, also called as ban treaty. Okay, treaty on prohibition of nuclear weapons. So this can be asked in the prelims, it can be asked in the mains examination also. It includes a comprehensive set of prohibitions on participating in any nuclear weapon activities. So if the country is signing this treaty and ratifying it, so becoming part of this particular, let's say, treaty, it sets the legally binding provisions. Not binding likha hua hai, this is incorrect, on the participant on any kind of nuclear weapon activities. India is signatory to treaty. This is incorrect. India has not signed or ratified this treaty. So we should understand some basics. Yes, in 2017, UN had formed one, let's say, negotiation for legally binding treaty on, we can say that, prohibition of nuclear weapons, and there was a treaty formed, and in 2021 it came into force. ठीक है, तो 2021 में ये force में आया हुआ है treaty. Remember this. This can be also asked in your prelims examination. So only one statement is correct here. क्या होना चाहिए? Yes, A is the correct answer. Very good. Now let's talk about second question. Yes, Kathak dance. So I guess yesterday or day before that we had discussed the one of the theater form also. So art and culture is very important aspect, and it is let's say given adequate weightage in your prelims examination. Kathak dance, it is originated in South India. Now we know that it is one of the classical dance form of North India, especially originating in Uttar Pradesh, present day Uttar Pradesh region. So North India, this is incorrect. It is influenced by Carnatic music tradition. That is true. The Carnatic music has, let's say, major influence on the development of this dance form. It has influence of both Hindu and Mughal cultures. That is also true. And when, let's say, the Mughal culture started, there was a new sensual form of dance emerged, a modified, we can say that, dance form, Kathak dance form. So this is how we should know the characteristics of these classical dance form. UPC frequently asks all the classical dance forms in your prelims examination. Two statements, 2 and 3 are correct here. So B is the correct answer, right? Okay, let's talk about next question. Okay, supreme audit institutions. So supreme means basically the supreme in that country, nation. So all these supreme audit, like in India we have CAG. In India, we have Comptroller and Auditor General. It is Supreme Audit Institution of India. So different countries are having these institutions, and at international level, we have International Association of all these Supreme Audit Institutions. And at regional level, at Asia level, Asian Organization of Supreme Audit Institution is also there. It is basically voluntary organization, association, and for this time period, CAG of India is head of this particular association. That's why it was in news. This is correct, we can say. And yes, these supreme audit institutions are independent bodies responsible for auditing accounts of government and public sector entities. So both statements are correct here. What should be the answer? C is the correct answer. Right. Okay. Go and detail, let's say, read details about the CAG because it is very important body. ठीक है, M Laxmikant से आप पढ़ लीजिए उसको. Now, regarding aero braking, yes, the term based questions, especially let's say science and technology. So space science, recently we announced that we will send one mission to Venus planet. ठीक है, तो मार्स के बाद हम इंटरप्लैनेटरी अगर कोई सेंड करने वाले हैं तो that will be now Venus mission in 2028. Yes, and it is going to use or utilize the aero braking technique. ठीक है, वो स्पेसक्राफ्ट सेंड करने के लिए हम ये टेक्निक यूज करने वाले हैं. Yes, it is a space flight technique used to reduce the spacecraft velocity by using the friction or drag of planet's atmosphere. This technique will be used. So A is the correct answer. अब देखिए aero braking है तो आप कंफ्यूज हो सकते हैं. Efficiently applying the brake in the vehicles. ऐसे ही UPSC जो है डिजाइन इन एयरक्राफ्ट फ्रेम करता है ताकि जो अननोन स्टूडेंट होता है ना, मतलब जो जिसको क्लैरिटी नहीं है नॉलेज का, उसको कंफ्यूज कर देगा ये ऑप्शंस. ठीक है, तो ऑप्शंस का गेम होता है यूपीएससी प्रीलिम्स में, आप सबको पता है, एंड दैट्स व्हाई वी नीड टू हैव क्लैरिटी अबाउट द इंफॉर्मेशन. राइट. नाउ रिगार्डिंग इंडिया नेपाल ट्रेड रिलेशंस, बायलैटरल ट्रेड रिलेशंस. सो चाइना इज द लार्जेस्ट ट्रेडिंग पार्टनर ऑफ नेपाल फॉलोड बाय इंडिया. नाउ दिस इज इनकरेक्ट. Rather, India is the leading trade partner of Nepal, followed by China. ठीक है, तो first जो है India है, second it is China. Now, what India is exporting? Yes, petroleum products, chemical fertilizers, and different, let's say, other important manufactured goods. They are exported to Nepal. So that is correct. And what we are importing? We are importing lac, or we can say hydropower we are importing, or pashmina wool we are importing, right? ठीक है, तो जो वहां पर मिलता है नेचुरल रिसोर्सेस हम वो इंपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, एंड मेनी ऑफ द मैन्युफैक्चर्ड गुड्स स्पेशली पेट्रोलियम प्रोडक्ट्स, केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर्स, इवन लेट्स से फूड ग्रेन्स लाइक राइस, वी आर एक्सपोर्टिंग टू नेपाल। ठीक है, तो फर्स्ट इनकरेक्ट है, सेकंड करेक्ट है, टू ओनली इज द करेक्ट आंसर हियर, टू ओनली, बी इज द करेक्ट आंसर। ऑल राइट, now national credit framework was in news, and this idea was, let's say, first incorporated in national education policy 2020, so it is aligned with that, that is true, we can say that. Now what is national credit framework? So it is going to create a kind of credit repository for each and every student since school level। ठीक है, तो ये स्कूल लेवल से ग्रेजुएशन पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन लेवल तक का एक क्रेडिट हिस्ट्री उसका तैयार करेगा, रजिस्ट्री। And the framework allows for the accumulation and transfer of credits for both academic and skill-based learning. It also aims to integrate academic and vocational education at all levels of education. All three statements are correct regarding this particular framework. So D is the correct answer. Okay. Now, which of the following statement best describes the term heat dome? Yes. Geography. We know that it is continuously in news. Recently, excess temperatures were observed in Assam, and that's why it was in news. So Assam experienced the heat dome effect, and many, let's say, people died because of the heat stroke. That's why it was in news. What is heat dome? It is basically the weather phenomenon, or we can say that the conditions of persistent higher atmospheric temperatures for 1 week or 2 weeks because of presence of anticyclonic conditions। ठीक है, anticyclonic conditions, what happens in such anticyclonic conditions? The wind is coming down and subsiding down and staying near the ground, and because of that what happens is there is no upward movement and, let's say, condensation and precipitation, so it promotes drier conditions, it promotes dire conditions, so it creates a kind of heat dome. Look at this, sorry, not ocean currents, of course. Yes, look at this, a high pressure system that traps heat in the anticyclone is high pressure, we can say, traps heat in the specific area, causing prolonged periods of excessively high temperatures. So this is the correct explanation. B is the correct answer. We were expecting question this year in mains examination regarding heat dome, as it was continuously in news. Now, SpaceX Crew 9 mission. Yes, it is joint initiative of NASA and ISRO. This is incorrect. NASA's Space Crew mission. It is NASA's mission. Okay. Now, it is first fully private mission to International Space Station. No, such let's say was sent as Axiom 1 mission in 2022. Okay, so it is not the first one. Yes, it is aimed at sending astronauts to International Space Station. This one is correct. So first two are incorrect. 3 only. That is C is the correct answer. Right? Okay, 9th question for the day. Digital arrest scam. Primary tactic used in digital arrest. So this is continuously in news, and you can see that in past UPSC has asked WannaCry, PETA. What are these? Cyber attacks. Okay, so cyber attacks and cyber crimes. So digital arrest is one of the cyber crime, and this is emerging cyber crime basically. So what happens here? The impersonating law enforcement officers to scare victims into transferring money. So what they will do? They will do the video call and they will tell the person that you have, let's say, this much amount. Let's say you have done the what you can say, money laundering, or you have done evaded the tax. ठीक है, आपका ये जो है ट्रांजैक्शन जो गलत हुआ है तो उसके ऊपर टैक्स लगेगा. The person, let's say, in front of it may be in, let's say, having some kind of police uniform, customs uniform, whatever it is. ठीक है, तो they will impersonate the legal enforcement, law enforcement agencies personnel. ठीक है, तो ये हो रहा है नया स्कैम. ठीक है, C is the correct answer here, cyber crime. Okay, the last question for the day. Yes, it was in news. Minerals Security Finance Network. It can be asked in your prelims. It is important for your GS2 as well as we can say that GS3, let's say regarding critical minerals. So Mineral Security Finance Network was recently announced by US, and India has recently joined this when our Prime Minister was in US. Okay. So India is the member of MSP but not the member of, let's say, permanent membership. So this is incorrect. Recently India has become the permanent member of this. The network aims to strengthen the cooperation among the members to secure supply chains of critical minerals. That is true. Now, it is completely separate entity from the earlierly established Mineral Security Partnership. Now, this is incorrect. It stems from, or it is an offshoot of MSP. What is that? Mineral Security Partnership that was launched by US under the leadership of US, and India had been part of this. Okay. India has been member of MSP also, and now MSFN also. Okay. So this is incorrect, this is incorrect, first one is correct, only one statement is correct regarding this one. Okay. So any question, any doubt related to them?